Welcome to Cap Village, first of all. And for those who don't know you, just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Nique Dilea. I am a multi-hyphenate business specialist.
So you describe yourself as an advocate, educator, and a curator. How have these three roles shaped your personal and professional journey?
It is my journey. It is being authentic to myself, being being a student, um, advocating for myself first and advocating for others, being intentional in my everyday purpose and my lifestyle.
So what inspired you to pursue a master's degree in sports management at Louisiana State University after earning your business degrees?
I chose sports management because sports is a huge part of everyone's life. Whether you are a fan, spectator, or just as early childhood development, playing sports, playing in PE, the morals and the lessons that you learn in sport of dedication and perseverance, it's important. And I think that especially for youth in education, the intersection of sports and education is so important. So it's been my mission to fully understand how sports organization works from a conglomerate perspective so that I can go in as a human and personal side and be able to see how I can tailor and help further educate children and adults.
So your career spans education, healthcare, hospitality, and legal services. What lessons have carried over from one industry to another?
The biggest lesson that has carried over is keep going, that no matter what, keep going. You can be interested in a million different things. And there's a time and a place for that era for you to do that thing. And that it all is not separate. They are all truly combined. Everything that I've learned in hospitality to legal, I tra- um, what's the word? Not transformational, but like intersecting skills. Like they're not transitional. I can't think of the exact word right now, but they're skills that you can use in every field, life, personal, romantic, love, whatever. That has been the biggest thing, is keep going, and what's for you is for you. And when your time is done, you know, hey, I've given everything that I've got. It is time for me to carry my talents elsewhere and to keep dreaming. Keep going.
So as a substitute teacher, what are some of the most rewarding experiences you've had working with students from different backgrounds?
The kids are funny. I love children. I think their innocence, their creativity, it's truly authentic. I think my favorite part is being able to um, cultivate what their passions, what their interests are. Because if nobody cultivated what my passions and interests are, I wouldn't be able to do the million things that I love to do now. So I think it's important to carry it on and to keep it going and keep carrying it forward, because the children are literally our future. And if nobody instilled in me and poured into me as much as all of my teachers and educators and random people that I've met throughout life, it wouldn't have been that. So the kids, they keep you young, they keep you motivated, and they really keep you authentic and true to yourself. Because if you don't know who you are, these kids will be like, that's not you. This is not you. And the kids really do hold you accountable. So I love everything about it, honestly.
So you previously worked as a litigation assistant at Fair and Farah. How did that experience influence your understanding of advocacy and serving others?
Mm. The biggest thing I learned in my legal career was that you truly never know what people are going through, and that kindness goes a long way. When you have not experienced something, you're not truly able to put yourself in that person's shoes. And working in personal injury, you have people that went through crazy, insane physical impact that they've endured, and it's hard to navigate that and challenge that. It is tough. And so to not, from an outsider's perspective, to be able to help and to listen to people's story and to be like, hey, I might not fully understand what they're going through, but I am going to try to help any way that I can. And then now being on the opposite end of where I have been in to a car accident, I have been on the other side to be like, hey, I appreciate that now. When that lady was on the phone ranting to me for an hour, I didn't really want to talk to her, but I sat there and I listened, and she needed to vent and she needed to get it out. And that's what it's about. It's taking, not things being about yourself. It's being like, hey, let me listen to your perspective because you are going through a lot and that's valid. And how can I help? Is that all you needed? Yes. And that be that. I think be kind to people because you never know what they're going through, and that your kindness truly goes a long way. Because you would truly want your kindness to be returned. What you want given, you want to expect. So you never know when you need to be kind, and it costs you nothing.
So hospitality requires strong people skills and attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
How did your time at Fleming's Prime Steakhouse help you prepare for leadership and professional growth?
Oh, Fleming's was the cornerstone of leadership, in true lived experience. To read something in a book and to take an exam is totally different from being face to face, is being in front of an angry guest who they ordered a well done steak, and you gave them a well done steak, but because they're not educated or fully under the understanding of what a well done steak is, or a medium steak, that's where the confusion comes in. So understanding is the key of it all. So being able to understand and accommodate people's needs in real time is a skill, and that's something you can only learn through lived experience. Hospitality is cutthroat. It's sink or swim. You're dealing with the most interesting kind of people, because it truly takes a people person to be in hospitality. You have to have thick skin. You cannot have thin skin. You have to have things roll off of your back and know that your purpose is bigger than you. And that is truly what hospitality does. It has taught me, hey, you must lead a team. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. We have one common goal, and I need to get everybody on that common goal. And it has truly structured me as a leader, me as a patron, as when I'm going to restaurants, things that I look for, me as a business owner. Hey, what are things that I can improve in my own future business endeavors, or my friends and people in my network? Hey, I went to your restaurant. I saw this company did this. I think that this is something that this would tailor to your business or restaurant. I think just being able to get real life experience with all different types of people and groups and events. It truly varies. You never know. You could be getting a funeral one day, and then the next day you have a graduation, and the next day you have a birthday party. The events change, the celebration changes, but it's the experience. So it's creating an experience that anyone and everyone can enjoy. That's what I enjoy the most about hospitality, and that it really forces you in real time to see how you tolerate and how you handle situations, because handling situations and is important. It's not really what's done, it's how it's done. So how you handle situations is why leadership and hospitality was a great founding part of my journey, because my foundation is strong, because I know how to talk to people. I know how to really get to the root of your problem, because you're yelling at me about a steak. That's not your issue. Your issue is you had a rough day at work. Like there's underlying things. And so to understand, hey, cool, I'm really not the person you're angry with, but let me see how, while you're here in my presence and in the establishment that I'm in charge of, how I can help and tailor your experience. So the hospitality is amazing, and it is truly the foundation of me as a person, a business owner, everything and anything that I do, because servitude is everything. You have a service and we provide services. So that's a part of our purpose.
So you hold many certifications as a notary public and BLS instructor. You also have intermediate proficiency in American Sign Language. What motivated you to pursue these additional qualifications?
Inclusion. I feel that everyone truly you deserves to be heard. I think especially the deaf and hard of hearing, it's nobody ever includes them in language. It's just like Spanish, French, Italian. It's all of these things, Greek. They're never really at the forefront. And it's like, hey, culture is a language is a part of culture. And as much as you have accents, you have dialects, sign language is also important. And American Sign Language, I'm an English speaker, is important to me because I truly want, when I go into a room, I'm pretty much able to communicate with almost everyone. So if you are deaf or hard of hearing, like, hi, how are you? Like, my name is, like, nice to meet you. I think that it's important to be adaptable, and inclusion is just it's so important to me because you are everything. We're multifaceted people, or multifaceted humans. As we evolve and we change, and our wants and our likes change, I think, and life changes. There's some people who were not born deaf, who were not or they are hearing, but their family members are deaf or hard of hearing. So I think it's important to learn outside of your comfort zone and what you need to know, because it's important to learn Spanish, it's important to learn French and all of those things, but there's a whole world out there, and that's the beauty of it, is that's for you to explore. So American Sign Language, I always advocate and promote American Sign Language, or sign language in general, because don't want anybody to be left out, and that's important. So healthcare and CPR, you should know. I feel like you should know basic things. I primarily teach CPR instructors, like on how to become CPR instructors, and people in healthcare professionals or nursing school or healthcare students. So I love that, being a part of their journey and being like, hey, you might not know this yet, but here's a little tidbit on the things that I know on basic human life-saving skills. And notary, I think I'm just a fact checker. That's just something I just like to do. That was just a random, another side quest journey thing of mine. But for the most part, inclusion, diversity, and exploring. Those are the main things as to why my side quests are side quests, but they're also a part of my main story.
So you mentioned being an avid traveler and researcher. How have your travels influenced your perspective on culture, education, and community engagement?
Travel is everything. Being a first generation Caribbean American, it has been a way of life. I probably got a passport when I was probably 3 or 4 months. My mom had me on the plane. She had me on the boat lines that we used to take, not even in operation anymore. It's just, honestly, it's a part of who I am. I love immersing myself into culture and seeing different backgrounds. It's just beautiful. It just really shows you that there is life to live. There's life to live, and that the world is beautiful. So and perspective, because same thing you call a fruit here is not, it's the same fruit. It's not what they call it over there. Like, it's so beautiful. Or even like garbanzo beans and chickpeas, same bean, but because there's a history tied to it, and the history is what makes it beautiful. Like, I'm a true historian in the fact of, when that was always my favorite subject, is, hey, in business, anything with business and doing a quick little number, that was my thing. But history was always beautiful because I love reading the books and seeing the architecture and seeing how they created these things, because their creativity, it's like your creativity in prehistoric ages was gorgeous, and now we have boxes and buildings. But to see the detail and to see that humans made it. Like, I didn't get on a computer and say, hey, 32 by 14 whatever. I sat there and I drew it out, or I carved it and I sculpted it, and that's so beautiful. So I love history and being like, hey, this is a Middle Eastern, like a Middle Eastern design, and being able to see those things and to see things in a history book in real life. I loved being that child where I'm going to school and it's like, we're learning about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and they're like, oh, it's not this, or people have a question. I love being like, hey, fun fact. I've actually been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It in fact does lean. I have a picture with me like this, you know? I do love that, and being that, hey, you can see it too. It's, if I did it, trust me, you can too. I think that's what I love about traveling, is that it's not a one size fits all. If you want to do skydiving, you can do skydiving. Like there's everything for you. If you want to relax, there's beautiful countries for you to relax. There's things unseen. Like we need to explore, we need to get out there into the world and not just touch grass, but touch the waters, touch the ocean, the waterfalls. There's so much things to see. Like that's the only part of science that I liked is actually, being able to immerse ourselves in these things and being like, hey, why does this water, why is this healing? I think the why, the what, the when, the how, all of those things are important to me. So making sure, hey, not only do I know, yeah, this beach is here, what's the history of this beach? Like curiosity doesn't kill you. And I think we've lost a sense of being curious, of being intrigued by things. And that's my total initiative, is bringing that back, is, hey, who said that he actually sailed? And like who said these things? And let's fact check and let's redefine, because our history is our lived experience. So if I know this for certain, I can debunk theories and debunk these things because I've lived them, I've seen them, I've been there, I've done that. So I think it's important that people see it, so that you're not really just doing it from a book. You're not doing this from something you've seen on social media. You looked and AI'd it. These are things that, no, I've lived it, I've seen it. These are true. Because I've seen it with my eyes. And traveling is just that. And research is that too, is figuring it out. We have to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. And if I don't know how to, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to get in that book. Like that's where it comes from. It comes from lived experience first. Not lived experience first. I study a bit first, and then I go through lived experience, but proper preparation, just preparing myself, being able to look up and see, where do I want to go? Make sure that I'm fully informed, knowing that, hey, when you go to this country, you can't wear this certain item or certain colors. It's just the customs and the culture of that place. So being well-traveled makes you be a little bit more perspective. It's knowing time and place. It's knowing, hey, I can't really do this here, or I'm not going to go to this country or this island for a party. It's silent. You're hearing waves, you're hearing nature, like you're in the jungle. There's a time and a place for everything, and traveling and research go hand in hand, because to travel, you must be well researched. Or if not, you're going to learn the hard way. And I don't like to do that. So researching before I travel makes everything easier. It also makes it just more blissful to be like, hey, I read about that, I'm seeing this. It makes you grateful and have a lot of gratitude about life and blessings, because traveling is very much a blessing.
Your stated mission is to uplift, inspire, and educate others. Can you share a specific moment when you felt like you made a meaningful impact on someone's life?
A specific moment is every day I'm in a classroom. Every day I'm in a classroom, I always look for opportunities to connect, to have a conversation, to let the children or adults, I also teach adults, to let that person express themselves. So no matter what it is, it could be insignificant to me. No matter what, it's to give them that, to create that safe space to where they can express themselves, and then take action if I can. And if not, give them resources and guide them to where they can go ahead and start just doing it, taking action, making their dreams a reality.
So looking ahead, what are your long-term goals, and how do you have hope to combine your passions for faith, culture, education, business, and the arts to create a lasting change?
My long-term goals are a foundation rooted in faith, rooted in culture, and in community engagement. I want centers, I want classes, not just educational, like of course educational, but I want live technical skills, anything that you can interest, whether it's an art class, a stained glass, coloring, crafting, photography, film, media, writing, literature, all of the things, psychology, all of the things that you can think of, I want to do. I want to be a pillar in the community. I want to inspire and uplift those who inspire me. And I want to ask questions. I want to bring back curiosity, bring back intrigue, interest, vividness. Not everything needs to be lackluster and dull. You can be bright, you can be bold, you can take up space. Is to remind essentially everyone what was reminded to me is that you are everything. You are everything, not just one thing. And through God, all things can happen. All things are possible. Just keep going and to start. It really truly takes the seed of a mustard, a little tiny mustard seed. Take that and go with it.
So thank you for coming to Cap Village. Your journey is truly inspiring. We loved hearing about it, and we look forward to seeing you grow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.